There was once a boy born in a forgotten village. From the very beginning, life dealt him blows he did not deserve. He wasn't strong like the others. He wasn't the one people looked up to. Instead, he was the one they pointed fingers at, the one they laughed at, the one they rejected. Children mocked him. Adults dismissed him. Even in his own home, he felt like an outcast. When he tried to speak, his words carried no weight. When he tried to prove himself, the door was slammed shut in his face. It was as if the world had already decided his future, that he was destined for nothing, that his name would vanish without meaning, without legacy, without worth. But rejection has a strange power. It can crush a soul, or it can carve one. And in this boy, rejection did not destroy him. It forged him. He began to move differently. He trained when the village slept. He studied when the others wasted their days. He carried wood, lifted stones, and strengthened his body. He read stories of kings and leaders and whispered to himself, one day, that will be me. Every insult became fuel. Every laugh became fire in his veins. Every rejection was a reminder that he was not meant to stay where he was. But his journey was not easy. The path of the rejected is always lined with thorns. He failed many times. He stumbled. He fell. But every time he fell, he rose again, stronger than before. What the world didn't know was that in their attempt to bury him, they were only planting him. Years passed. The boy who was once mocked had now become a man. He was not the same fragile soul they remembered. His eyes carried determination. His steps carried strength. And his heart carried a fire that could not be quenched. Then came the day that would change everything. The land was thrown into chaos. Enemies rose on every side. The leaders, those who had always been praised, were nowhere to be found. The crowd trembled in fear, searching desperately for someone to guide them, someone to stand tall when everyone else bowed low. And out of the shadows stepped the man they once rejected. The boy they laughed at was the man who now stood fearless. He did not come with pride. He did not come with revenge. He came with courage. He came with wisdom. He came with strength that had been built through years of pain. The people had no choice but to follow him. And as he led, something happened. They saw his courage. They saw his heart. And slowly, the laughter that once mocked him turned into cheers that lifted him. He fought for them. He protected them. He gave them hope when all seemed lost. And when the dust settled, when the battle was over, the people had only one name on their lips. His. The crown that once seemed impossible was lowered onto his head. The rejected boy became the king. The same mouths that once cursed him now shouted his praise. The same heads that once turned away now bowed before him. But here lies the lesson of his story. Rejection is not the end. Rejection is the beginning. Every no you face, every door that closes, every voice that says you cannot, is not meant to stop you. It is meant to shape you. For the stone that the builders rejected often becomes the cornerstone. The very thing they pushed aside becomes the foundation on which greatness is built. So if you have ever been overlooked, if you have ever been mocked, if you have ever been told you were not enough, remember this boy. Remember how rejection became his weapon. Remember how pain became his strength. And remember how the outcast became the king. This is not just his story. This can be your story too. Because within every rejected soul is the crown of destiny waiting to be claimed. Back into Next Pointing Right, kindly subscribe to this channel, like, and share for more powerful stories of transformation and destiny.